Hey there, it's Jenny, and I am back today to share with you a traditional scrapbook layout that I'm creating using the Cocoa Daisy Afternoon Tea collection. I have a 3x4 photo printed already that I edited to be black and white, and I am going to mat it on this deep pink floral patterned paper. Instead of doing the typical matting that I do, I've decided that I wanted to leave about a ½ inch on the top and a ½ inch on the bottom and then trim very close to the side so there's no leftover pattern paper showing there. Now, to mimic this effect, I'm going to do a very similar thing on the left and the right hand side of the background paper with this deep yellow or bright yellow patterned paper. So I'm simply trimming a 1-inch strip for each of the sides. Now this is an 8.5 by 11 layout. That's my favorite size to create with. And so these strips are 1 inch by 11 inches. And I will just use the Scotch ATG gun to adhere those strips down to the page. I'm absolutely smitten with these bold colors. I typically find myself using more pastels lately, but this is really a fun change of pace, these bright ones. Now I want the photo to be about halfway in the middle of the page. So I'm just sort of eyeballing it right there because before I adhere it down, I want to add a little cluster right behind the photo at the top. So first I'll start with this 1¼ inch circle and then adhere my photo. But again, like I said, I really want it to be in the center of the page, and I'm not typically too terribly detail oriented in that way. However, with those strips of patterned paper, there's not a lot of room for error, so I just wanted to make sure that I got that down correctly. Now, in the package of ephemera, there is just this little cute scallop strip, and so I'm going to adhere that right on top of that circle and tuck it right behind the photo as well. I just love it. It's so cute. So the patterned paper, the little circle, is just, you can barely see it right there, but I still love the little bit of dimension it adds. Now I'm going to also add just a small little hexagon as well. Now this layout is not going to include a whole lot of journaling, actually any at all. It's just a photo that was taken at a dinner for my husband's birthday. So including the restaurant and the date will be enough. There's not a story. So typically I've been trying to work a little bit harder in including the stories and the journaling, but there isn't any this time. So I can just work on remembering the night with only the photo. Now I'm trying to mimic the photo and create a cluster of embellishments that is like the photo, a rectangle that's about 3x4, but that includes 3 lines of embellishments. So simply envisioning that there was 3 straight lines drawn right there, I would want the embellishments to go across those. I'd like them to all be different without any repeating elements on top of one another. For example, so the hexagon, so there's one on the right hand side on the top, I don't want another one right below it, and so on and so forth. So I'm just trying to look through the different die cuts and create lines that are nice, well balanced, don't have too many words, and work together. But I also want to leave just a smidge of white space as well so that I can add those lines with my pen. Remember the lines I talked about initially that I wanted there to be 3 lines? I want to actually physically draw them in the little bits of white space. I don't know why, it just feels kind of like a clothesline to me, and I'm feeling it right now. So now I'm still looking for more die cuts. There's another little space right there in the center that I want to include, and there are many die cuts that I have this month, and so I am looking. Now I love the little hexagon. It's so cute, and I think it's perfect right there in the center, and the heart is going to work well in between those 2 words right there. I also like the top. They're all clustered fairly close together. No real opportunity for lines throughout the center of that. Then the middle, there's definitely more room. And then at the bottom, you're back into being a little bit more closed off. So there's a lot of variety there. You have a lot, a little, and basically none. So I really like how that works and how that turns out. That looks fantastic. That's exactly what I had envisioned. So I'm just pulling out my small ruler, and you can see right there those lines that I'm drawing in between just to connect the embellishments just in the tiniest little way right there. And then, like I said, at the top, there's nothing in the center, but we'll add those right to the lines, or to the ends, I'm sorry. Now there's one more cluster I'd like to put, and I kind of want it to be up at the top where it looks or feels like it's falling off the page at the top, like it's just floating away like a balloon. So I'm going to put this little label because then I can use that to add the restaurant name. And then I want to include a floral as well, since there are other florals on this layout. And then just something else, some other little embellishment right there, and cluster them all together in a meaningful way. So I'll start by adhering the label. I'm not going to have the label actually fall off the page at all. I'm just going to have it sit flush against the edge. And then the floral will hang off just ever so slightly, and I will trim the back off of that. So see right there, like some of the leaves are going to be snipped right off. And then just the little hexagon as well. I like that because you have the really geometric with that hexagon, you have the organic pattern on there, and then you have the florals, and then you have that label that is geometric as well. It just all really works out quite nicely. Now I'll write the name of the restaurant on this label, and then right below the photo I will use the roller date stamp to put the date of the photo, and then that's it for me. Thanks so much for stopping by and watching. I really do appreciate it. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comment box below, and I'll do my best to get back to you. Thanks so much, and make it a great day.